Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Scott and this is All-Flight RC. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about Betaflight, my few issues that I had when I installed my receiver and stuff into my flight board, when I try to get everything up and running on Betaflight basically. These are the few issues that I had. Obviously they went in a little bit more in depth and it took me about 3 hours I think to get everything sorted. Anyways, eventually got there, and as you've seen, the quad's flying now, so yeah, let's just go through a few things. We're going to jump into Betaflight first, here we go. Right, basically I'm using Betaflight, just connect here. This is version 3.5.5. Obviously there is my quad, I'm connected, hello, yep, right, it's all working. Right, go to my ports. In the ports section, basically on my flight controller, I'll put a little picture of where I thought I had to solder it onto to get UART 6. I don't know if you can see my mouse, hopefully you can. I was originally trying to get it onto this port, but obviously it hasn't worked because I'm using these two. That was on TX6 on the on the Mamba F405 board, and that did not work. So I decided to try it through S-Bus. Like I said, there is no real information on how to connect these things, and yeah, you just have to sort of feel your way through sort of thing. So yeah, anyways, I did connect it through S-Bus in the end, and I basically turned on UART 1, 3 and 6, and then by process of elimination just turned off each one and saw what it did, and finally got my receiver to work with the board. I'm making this sound all drawn out, but it really was quite a thing, because you have to keep going back and changing the receiver and the configuration and this and that, and it was quite a thing. So anyways, that's what I did. UART 1 and 3 will probably be, I'll probably turn one of these off, I'm not too sure. I'll get there in the end, but it works now, so I've left it. I just want to fly. I'll play with it a bit more when I get my VTX and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, so it's working for now. On my configuration, my ESCs are D-Shot 600 capable, so basically that is set to D-Shot 600. My motor idle throttle is set at 6%. This is to stop the death roll, or roll of death, or whatever you want to call it. Basically just keeps your motor spooled up while you're armed. Haven't touched anything on the board and sensor alignment, accelerated trim, nothing. My arm angle is set at 25 degrees. I'm not going to set it any more than that until I get really good and I start using turtle mode, which will be in a while to come yet. Anyways, on the system configuration, the gyro update frequency, I'm not too sure. I think these are 5 kilohertz when I first started. I'm not too sure, can go and check on that. Personalization, I called it All-Flight RC, obviously that's my channel name. No camera at the moment. Receiver is obviously Spektrum. I am a Spektrum DX6E user. Very good control. I had one issue with it. I will do a short video of that, or maybe just put a snippet of it in this one. I'm not too sure. I'll decide later, because this is the 3rd time I've shot this video tonight. Camera issues. Anyways, right, so that's obviously on the serial base receiver for the receiver, and serial receiver provider, is set to Spektrum 2048. I did try it on S-Bus, it didn't work. I tried it on quite a few other ones, it didn't work. It did finally work on Spektrum 2048. Like I said, it was a lot of to and fro and changing things and desoldering and all the rest of it. It was a long 3 hours. I was quite happy when it finally worked. Anyways, power and battery, I haven't really changed anything on here. I haven't even gotten down to 3.2 for the minimum voltage, or 3.1 warning or whatever. I don't even know if any of this is working on my board. I have no idea. Like I said, I'm a full-on beginner with this also. This is probably only going to show up on the OSD. My battery cells, I only run down to about 3.8 per cell on my batteries. It gives me about, well, I'm using these. Sorry, I can get you a better view. This is a dead battery. This is swollen and completely dead. It's going to be disposed of properly. This is a 2200 milliamp hour battery, 30C discharge. It gives me about 7.5 minutes, and the battery voltage is at about 3.8 volts per cell. So roughly about 11.5 or 11.4 volts total for the 3 cells. You know, it's more than enough for me. It's a long time to concentrate when you're trying to learn. Trust me, it's a long time, and yeah. Anyways, onto the fun things here, the PID tuning. Right, onto the rates, the profiles. I do have 3 profiles set up here. Basically, profile 1 or rate profile 1 is all of the below here. These are set from Andy RC, who actually originally designed this quadcopter, or assembled the parts on his channel for £100, which it didn't work out to £100. Without the VTX and camera, it's literally just over £100, and it's just flying. But you know, I've gone for slightly higher spec stuff anyway on some of the things, so it's going to be a bit more, but very, very cool quadcopter. Yeah, his rates and PIDs were very, very twitchy. I didn't find them enjoyable. They were just way too twitchy. I mean, you literally just had to touch the control and it would go, you know, so it was too finicky for me. So basically I went to my next favourite person, well, favourite FPV vlogger anyway, Lidrib. Shout out to you, you're awesome pilot. I love your flying technique, love your videos, and you're doing a great job. So your PIDs are pretty slow, like you said in your video. They are very slow, and you prefer them that way, but they are way too slow for me, and you need to move the sticks way too fast. So basically, from two extremes, too fast or too slow, I'm going smack bang in the middle. I've divided the difference between the two and slightly adjusted some of the rates, especially the yaw, because I just wanted to spin a little bit quicker when I use the yaw. Just, you know, if you do a little yaw spin, you know, it's just a little minor trick sort of thing. Then you, as I'm learning, obviously I want it to spin a little bit quicker so that I can get my orientation back, because it was set to sort of around 700 and it was just way too slow. You can obviously play around with your rates and give it a try, but these rates I am extremely comfortable with, and I really like them for the time being, so I'll keep them as they are. Oh, shit, hold on. Sorry, my controller's going crazy there. Right, the next thing on the PID controls is the controller settings. Now, I have my control or my quadcopter set up on Acro Trainer angle limit, or Acro Trainer. Basically, this does not allow you to go beyond a set degree or angle that you set on this control tab here. I have mine currently set to 40, as you can read. I did start off with it at 20. Basically, it just stops you from going beyond 20 degrees, so you can hold your controller, you can hold it at full deflection, and you will not flip the quad or anything. It'll literally stop at 20 degrees, and you won't be able to go any further. And that works in all your things, except for obviously your throttle. You can go to the sky, you know, obviously as high as you want. But yeah, very, very, very good thing. I don't know what these are. Anti-gravity I've left as the same. All this is all the same. Onto the receiver, just very quickly. It was shouting at me earlier. My receiver is set up, as you can see, it's all running and working, and there's my throttle, and this is my arm switch on and off, and sorry, my mode switches all working there. On the channel map, just be aware that when you do set this up, that it might not change or might not let you change to FR Sky or Spektrum or whatever. It'll just stay as a default, which is, oh shit, just changed something there, which is the TAR Tyrannus, whatever, you know, it all still works, and you know, so don't worry that it doesn't say Spektrum or whatever. Yeah, so basically you can see that your quad is working, and see your usage or whatever it is down there, whatever graph it displays down there. Onto the next thing, the modes. Sorry, I'm just going through all these quite quickly because I don't want to bore you with all this stuff. It is quite boring. I want to get into some flying. On the arm side of things, obviously I've got it set on my switch just above the throttle. I find that's the most the best place, because my hand is there, and if I kill the throttle, I'm going to kill the well, it's just easy to reach. So my hand knows, kill the throttle, kill the arm switch. That's it. Quadcopter's dead. It stops. That's working for me. Some people like to use the other side. I'm actually using the side for my timer reset. I've set it on here for 7.5 minutes. I'm just trying to see what the battery does, but yeah. My mode switch is on D, on my D switch, so that will change, as you can see on the screen, will change between Horizon and Acro Trainer. I have Acro Trainer on the next two switches just in case I bump it by mistake or whatever, so it doesn't change into full Acro without me knowing. It's just a fail-safe for me at the moment, and that's how I'm comfortable with it. Obviously you can see at the bottom here is my Acro Trainer, so that's Horizon where it is now. Acro Trainer on 1 and 2 space switches, obviously. Lastly, the motors. I'm not going to plug my quadcopter in. Well, I'm not going to plug the battery in because I'm not taking the props off. I've done all this already. There are loads of people who will explain what to do here, and you know, it's pretty straightforward. And just please don't do this with your propellers on, because these quads are extremely powerful and the blades are extremely sharp. You know, you don't want to lose a finger or get a very bad injury on your finger, or have the quadcopter take off and smack you in the face and cut you up, and you know, it's not a nice thing. So don't do it. Just take your props off and do it properly. Yeah, so basically that's pretty much the end of Betaflight. I'm not going to go into OST because I don't have a VTX or a camera or goggles or anything yet, so there's no point. The next issue I had is just sign out of there and go into BL Heli, and we will connect. I will need my battery connected for this. So there we go, battery is connected, and we're going to read setup. Right, so this will show you all your ESCs, ESC 1, 2, 3 and 4, blah blah blah. This is pretty much as I know about this. On my quad, when I first soldered the wires on, motors 2 and 3 were spinning the wrong direction. So basically just open up your BL Heli configurator. I will try and find out where I got this from and put a link in the description below, or to a video where I found it, and they can explain it to you. Yeah, so basically just clicked on ESC2, it was on normal, put it to reverse, same on ESC3, and then you just press right setup, disconnect, go back into Betaflights, run up your motors, see if they're spinning the right way, which hopefully they should be. If you are having any issues with the ESCs, you might need to download a program called Zadig. Andy RC on his quad builds, the $100 builds, actually ran into that problem where it wouldn't read his ESCs, and he actually had to flash the firmware and do all sorts of stuff. So if you do have that issue, just search on YouTube for Zadig how to use or whatever, and I'm sure you'll find it. I can't remember all of that. I'll probably be doing the same thing again if I run into the same problems. So yeah. Anyways, disconnected. Right, battery disconnected. Right, we're safe again. Yeah, so that's pretty much a very, very brief overview of what I had in terms of problems when I was building my quad. I'm sorry I didn't put as much as I wanted on there. It's really hard to film, and I have great respect for everybody that has actually done full builds and can show excellent footage of how they did it, do all the time lapses, and just get everything to mesh into one. It's really, really hard, but it's really, really fun trying. So yeah, stick with me, and I promise to improve. So anyways, enough of that. Let's get into some flying. Just some normal line of sight flying. I'm gonna try and get as much flying in as I can, and put it out there for you guys to have a look at. Show you my progression through my training and how I'm doing things and how many crashes I've had. I'll try and put on a hopefully I won't have too many bad crashes, because I want to fly in like grassy fields for the first few weeks or months or whatever. Excuse me. And yeah, so enjoy. If you like this video, please obviously give a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and please comment if you found this useful. If you found anything wrong, or anything, if you can give me any helpful tips, or if you want me to show you anything else, just stick it in the comments down below. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time. guys, I hope you enjoyed that flight. Sorry about the abrupt ending, but the GoPro footage for the SD card was full, so yeah, it just stopped. Anyways, please like and subscribe, and if you've watched all the way to this point, thank you very much, and I hope to see you again soon, and I promise I will keep trying to put better and better content on for you, and just if you want anything different, please just technical, whatever, I will definitely try my best, and glad I'm hopefully helping you guys out. Anyways, see you guys again soon.